Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. I am Dr. Siti Nurati Rachel Muhanasir, presenting on behalf of my co-researchers Muhammad Al-Khawarizmi, Zakaria Ansar, Salmia Aziz and Dr. Nurdiana Mustafa. We are from the Faculty of Architecture and Acoustic UMK. Our paper ID is IDAIA07, presented under the first International Conference of Built Environment, Sustainability and Technology, Ibest. Okay, so for the title of our presentation is Designing for Neurodiversity, Spatial and Psychological Considerations in Autism-Friendly Therapy Setting. This study aligns with 3 SDG 3, 4 and 11, highlighting the importance of health, education and also sustainable environment in supporting neurodiverse individuals. Actually, this study focused on how interior architecture can support children with autism by creating spaces that are safe, comfortable and also inclusive. Okay, so basically here with the contents, introduction, LR, methodology, findings, design implication and also conclusions. Okay, basically our study focused on the design of therapeutic environments for children with autism. Autism spectrum disorder or ASD involves difference in how children process social, sensory and behavioral experience. Because they are highly sensitive to things like that, light, sound and texture, the physical environment plays a big role in how comfortable and focused they feel during the therapy. Globally, there's growing awareness of how design supports neurodiverse individuals, but most of the studies come from Western countries. In Malaysia, autism therapy centres are increasing in number, yet many operate in reused buildings like shop lots or houses that aren't properly designed for autistic users. So, my research aims to explore how spatial and psychological factors influence autism-friendly environments and to propose design strategies that promote comfort, safety and inclusive, specifically within the Malaysia context. Okay, move to literature review. This section discusses how neuro-inclusive and ergonomic design play a central role in supporting children with autism. Neuro-inclusive design goes beyond physical accessibility. It ensures environment support sensory regulation and psychological comfort. For example, clear spatial layout, soft lighting and predictable arrangement help reduce anxiety and overstimulation. Given that about 1 per 7 people are neurodivergent, it's essential that therapy spaces allow safe interaction and self-regulation. Okay, moving to the second point, spatial configuration and sensory comfort greatly influence how children with autism experience therapy. Predictable, well-organized layout can help reduce confusion and promote independence. Similarly, clear circulation routes and minimal clutter improve orientation and focus. Environmental comfort include temperature, acoustic and natural ventilation also supports calmness and concentration. Next, furniture design and material selection are equally important. Ergonomic and adjustable furniture allows children to maintain comfort and posture during therapy. Safe materials with rounded edges, non-slip finishes and low-glare surfaces enhance both safety and sensory. Okay, in summary, while there is growing research on autism-friendly design, most studies are less in Malaysia context. This study fills that gap by examining local setting to propose context-specific strategies that promote comfort, safety and inclusivity that while aligning with sustainable design principles. Okay, we move to the methodology. The studies use a qualitative multiple case study approach to deeply explore how spatial planning and ergonomic design influence the behavioral and psychological well-being of children with autism. A qualitative method was ideal because it captures the life experience of users the numbers can't describe. By studying 3 autism therapy centers in Malaysia, I was able to compare different spatial configurations and identity and also to identify recurring patterns that affect comfort and engagement. The 3 centres were carefully chosen to represent different types of therapy environment. We collected data using 3 complementary methods: site observation, spatial layout analysis, and semi-structured interviews. We conducted walkthrough the comment how space, light, sound, and material affected the therapy setting, and then we analysed spatial layout to see how zoning and circulation support or disrupt comfort. And last, we interviewed therapists and staff to understand how the environment influenced therapy delivery and children's emotional regulations. The process took around 6 weeks, allowing enough time for repeated observation. The analysis followed a cross-case comparison approach. I coded the data into 3 main themes: sensory, emotional regulation, ergonomics and safety, and the third one is inclusivity and usability. These themes were linked directly to my research objective and support with the framework such as a TH model, sensory integration theory, and universal design principle. This triangulation increased the validity of the findings and helped reveal how spatial and sensory design directly shape therapy experience. Okay, now as we move to the findings, the thematic analysis was conducted using Atlas T, which helped me identify 3 major themes, that is sensory and emotional regulation, economics and safety, and the third one is inclusivity and usability. This theme provide a clear framework for understanding how spatial design elements such as layout, zoning, materials and furniture can influence the comfort, behavior and engagement of autistic children. So basically, here is the triangulation data that we generate from the codes and our 3 core themes that is relation to each themes. In summary, environments that are predictable, ergonomic and sensory balance lead to better comfort, focus and emotional stability for neurodiverse children. This finding form the basis for our design guideline. Okay, so these recommendations are based on real case observation but adapted to suit Malaysia's social and environmental context, focusing on psychosocial rehabilitation and educational well-being. Okay, so here is a table that translates our case study finding into actual design strategies to our proposed project, Autism Research Hub. This guideline actually to improve spatial usability, sensory comfort, inclusivity, especially for these children. So here we move to design implication and proposed guideline. Here we have a design implication and spatial organization that is conceived into a few issues and points. This one is in the context of Malaysian psychosocial and educational setting. And a few structured zoning also can support behavioural stability and predictable transition, as we can see in the next slide. Okay, this is the proposed layout showing how different zones are organised. This zoning actually is a strategy to ensure smooth movement, easy supervision and predictable transition. This is the key factors in supporting autistic children comfort and also focus. This proposed layout plans is actually come out from the case study and reference that is done by our teams. And the space actually we can see is divided into a few areas like the entrance, classroom, teacher's room, admin area, snoozeland rooms, indoor play area. There's also classroom, a few waiting area, nap area, hall, and also the interesting one is the pool area for children. Okay, so the last but not least, this is the summary of design guideline that derive from spatial and psychological consideration. Actually, these principles serve as a reference for future projects integrating inclusivity and environmental sustainable in our Malaysian design practice. Okay, to conclude, this study explores how spatial and psychological elements influence the design of autism-friendly therapy setting in Malaysia. Through 3 case studies, we discovered that spatial organization, sensory regulation, and ergonomic flexibility are critical to enhance user comfort, safety, and behavior. From this finding, we propose a set of design principles that merge inclusivity, sensory balance, and sustainability. That is showing how evidence-based design can contribute to healthier and more supportive environment for neurodiverse users. However, the research is limited by its qualitative nature and the small number of case studies. Future work could include quantitative post-occupancy evaluations to measure user comfort over time and cross-cultural comparison to understand contextual differences. Despite this limitation, the study provides strong foundation for developing neuro-inclusive design standards for therapy and educational facilities in Malaysia. Okay, thank you very much for your attention and kind support. We hope these studies inspire further discussion on designing for neurodiversity. We welcome any question or feedback from panels and audience. Thank you.